Hi again, Doug here from X-Frames FPV. Well, today we've got a build out for you. This is of the Helix 6-inch. This is from ImpulseRC. Their website's ImpulseRC.com. And this is a great little 6-inch, comes with a flight controller, comes with a VTX. And we're going to build this primarily, we're going to under KV it a little bit and build it primarily for 5S. So let's get to the tabletop and take a look at it. All right, one of the things that differentiates the Helix from all other frames is this. Built-in flight controller and a built-in VTX, and I absolutely love this flight controller. It is an F3. I wish it was an F4. That's my only thing that I don't like, but it is an F3. But it's laid out really well. You've got plenty of room for your positive and negative, and your signal wires going out to your ESCs, and it just has the perfect layout. Small, little, tiny. That chip looks small now that we're used to the big F4 chips. But then you've got the output that goes directly from there to your VTX. This VTX, then you have the ability, SMA out, you have the ability to change the channel and frequency and everything via the sticks on your remote, which is absolute wonderful thing. It does come with files if you want to chamfer, file down some more of the edges. We'll talk about that here in a second. Comes with a 45-degree SMA. The arms are chamfered on one side. I wish they were chamfered on both sides. We don't always crash this direction. Sometimes we crash that direction. So that would be my only gripe. But the carbon fiber is absolutely beautiful. The quality of carbon fiber has always been really good from ImpulseRC, and I really like that. This machine is going to run on 5S primarily. Going to run some on 4S, but we're building it for 5S. I have built one of these with the F80s and running on full KV 6S. By full KV, I mean 2100 KV or maybe even been 2200 kV. I do not suggest this frame for a 6S build. Maybe on a 5-inch prop it might be okay, but on a 6-inch prop, the customer that I built the 6S 6-inch, that's a tongue twister, the first time he gave it full stick, full throttle, it actually, two of the arms literally broke from the thrust. So I don't know if he just happened to get two weak arms, but I cannot suggest this for a 6S full KV build, even though the flight controller will take it. He had that issue. Maybe we're pushing, the F80s, maybe we're putting a little bit too much power to it. But that has been my experience. Motors that we've chose, well, these are my favorite motors right now. These are the Hyperlite. Make sure you can see that well. The Hyperlite 2405. This is the 1922 kV. And what do they call it? Oh, they call it the LR edition because a lot of guys are going to be running this for long range. But it is a fantastic motor. Fantastic motor. Let's make sure that the lighting's to where you can see that. Bring it up a little bit. It has, let's just kind of take a quick look at it. Obviously curved magnets. The gap between the stator and the magnets is super tight. It is a naked bottom. Build quality is super good. What I really like about it is the efficiency. This is a super efficient motor. My son has the 25-22 kV version on his Silky, which is an Astro X, fairly heavy frame, and that thing is so efficient. It has just really surprised me. So I love that motor. So I don't see any drawbacks to that 2405 other than it's a little bit heavy, but it's not a big deal. Let's go to the ESC. You got to be careful when you choose, when you choose the ESC on this, because the ESC does have to fit within these landing gear here, okay? That's your landing gear, and it also houses the ESC. So you only have a couple of choices, and we wanted something that had high voltage. I know the Acon HV fits in there just fine. This is the Spedix ES30 HV, takes up to 6S. Great little ESC to go in there. I know there's some others. EMAX has a smaller one. Not too thrilled on putting that ESC. I've had a couple of issues with those, especially when they're not getting any kind of air really in here. I wanted something that was really robust. So we're going to be running the Foxeer Monster, really great camera. This is a 16:9, great color. The competitor is the Runcam Eagle. I like both of them a lot. I have the Runcam Eagle. My son has it in one of his. And these 16:9 cameras are just really, really nice. Picture gives you really, really good color, and it, you know, when you do a punch out and you really kind of take a look at the landscape and everything, man, on one of these cameras, it's just, it's enjoyable. Running 2.5 millimeter lens on that, so that's going to be great. Let's see, for receiver, we're going to be running the R-XSR from FRSky. That's not in here, but that's what we're going to be running. It's nice to include these LEDs. These are digital programmable LEDs, so you can have it do whatever you want it to do. They also have a little command line interface that you can just plug in and copy and paste, and that'll give you some controls and already do it from the factory there. It makes it easier. ImpulseRC provides that. Let's see here. The other thing is the plates. Now, you have a couple of different choices here. You can see here, these are the same plates. The only difference is one's 30 and one's 45 degrees. And so some people have a problem with 45 degrees is too much for them. So then you can run the 30 and not have quite as much angle. This one gives you the mount for your GoPro. This one here is the same thing. You've got 30 and 45, but this is simply just your video camera for your FPV. That's all this. There's no slot for your GoPro. So we're going to get this thing built. Going to spend a little bit of time out in the field, get it tuned, and do some video of it. Probably throw a 5.5 inch prop on there too, and just see how it does. Maybe even a 5 inch. And nice thing is you can throw a 5 inch prop on here and run a, you know, like a smaller 1000 milliamp 6S, because it's so efficient. So that's the Helix 6-inch build out. We're going to, like I said, we'll have another video that's the final thoughts and really give it a run through and some time on the field. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Check out my website, xframesfpv.com/custom builds, I think is what it is. Just go there and click on the custom build section, because that's the only part that is finished and is my stuff on there. So hope you guys have a great day. I hope you get some time to fly.